we go. Here we go. Here we go. Got that Doge pulled up on the weekly. Been preaching about it. Not really. I've been preaching about Doge for like 4 or 5 years. I don't know. Long time. Just one of my favorites. Hardcore on it. But it's finally looking like it's showing some life. And of course, maybe the Elon stuff was the spark to throw that match to the gas. But you can see right here on the chart, I've been plotting this for months. This is, let's see. Yeah, we're talking about this structure started forming the beginning of April 2021. So we've got ahead of yeah, right about a year of sideways movement, which typically in the past, when you get like a year of just sideways or almost no kind of movement, it's just consolidation, that's usually a bear market. But that bear market usually comes after like an 80 something percent decline in price. Everything's holding up. Yeah, I think Doge does have a future. And the reason why, anything with a cult following and anything with just a huge amount of followers that are diehard and love the project, that's going to survive. That's going to hang around. And the data to back that up is one. If we'll just here, I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see. It's just crazy to me because as long as I've been in Doge, I just never thought I'd see it do this. We've got a year-long consolidation structure right here. And just look, like, where's the big dump? Where's the big dump? There's the high. There's the high of 75 cents. Where's the dump? I mean, you can say it's down 85% from the all-time high. Somewhat, yeah. I mean, but in perspective, look where it came from. I mean, I sit and watch this stuff do crazy, crazy things and just keep trucking. I mean, I was down here, man. I was buying this stuff here in this long consolidation structure. Boom. Did it again. Boom. Year-long consolidation structure. Boom. So, yeah, I think Doge has a future because of the cult following. Two, what's up, JoJo? Doge also has a future for the fact that Doge is being accepted. Doge, Sheeb, and Bitcoin are being accepted in more businesses and more places than about anything right now. I mean, you've got a few outliers, but come on now. When you can make payments on BitPay or whatever with Doge, you can go to the movies with Doge. You got a tipping app with Doge. Yeah, I think Doge is going to keep growing. If like Elon said, if there can be some structural changes to the supply, and if it fully goes to proof of stake, it's not fully there yet. If it proof of stake rather than proof of work, you'll start getting a little more deflation. Asset will grow. It'll be useful. It's got enough coins. I say, and the transaction time and fees are phenomenal for Doge. For really, if you try and transfer some Doge, it's awesome, dude. It's awesome. It's just cheap. I think it cost me. I moved some from one wallet to another. What was it? It cost me 50 Doge to move like, I don't know. I want to say like 100,000 Doge or something like that from one wallet to the other. I mean, it's cheap. It's cheap in respect for what it costs you to move an Ethereum. It costs you an Ethereum to move an Ethereum. Not cool. But yeah, man, just because of the people that love it. And you can see the trend here. What fear? My only concern about all these crypto markets is where's the fear? Bull markets for crypto and stocks usually end with euphoria. and not fear. We don't have fear. It's just dead. I mean, we had this run up, boom. But I mean, that's wild right there. But look what it did. This right here is our last. This was our 2018 bull market. Same thing. It's the same pattern. Boom, little dip, secondary wave, and then we went from January of 18 to November of 20 or December of 20 before we even got close to the high again. So there was like a 2-year lull. Not saying this you see these big pumps we had here, we're having them there. We could go another, I wouldn't be surprised if we go another year after this and then we look up and realize that was the bear market. That's all we're getting out of her. She's done. But yeah, Doge, man, Doge got a bright future. There's just a cult following. I love it. Like I said, right now our first target conservatively is $1.88. But if you really want to start getting kind of wild and trying to look for patterns, so this structure from here to there, instead of the little short run, we start pulling this flag down to here, and we're getting into crazy numbers, which I think I talked to somebody about earlier today, just for shits and giggles. We'll clone it over. You start moving this right here to where it's breaking out. I don't even want to talk about it. I really don't even want to say it because it's going to get people all messed up in the head. Look at that price. It's ridiculous. It's really, I just don't see that happening in the next 10 years. But I mean, $53. Come on. They're going to have to burn some Doge or something. We're going to get rid of that before everybody sees it. That's not even right. There's different ways to pull it, and I've kind of come up with like $2.93 by 2024. That's my prediction. I'm going to let it ride. There's your Doge. There it is. You've got some other ones over here that's kind of, this is one that I got kind of a chunk in. Real Doge-esque, the way it follows. We've had this little downward sloping channel, flag, pin, whatever, it can be pulled several different ways. But either way, we got trend lines on the top. But what's cool on the weekly that we have Doge going to $100. Shit. I wish it would. Wouldn't that be wicked? Should I be? No, that would. I don't even want to say that out loud. People rob me and burn my house down. If it went to $100, it'd be crazy stuff. But the Elon USD, Dogeleon, I can't even pronounce it. Dogeleon Mars, or they call it Elon. It's doing some really good stuff. It had like a partial decline right here. And then it tested, got rejected, but then shot right back up. So we broke out of the channel. The coolest thing ever. This week, we have back tested the channel as support. So it's almost, that's a kind of a confirmation. Not to mention, if we look down here, the loss of negative momentum. It looks, if nothing happens, and we just don't get crapped on by Bitcoin, we could start turning green here on positive momentum, and we see what happens. It's just boom. We could start really, really thinking about seeing all-time highs and above on that. And at that price with 3, 4, 5 zeros, you can make some insane amounts of money. JCSE, pre-IPO. NASCAR all out. Awesome. Okay. Are you gonna jump in some IPOs? You say you hit a high of 24 on Friday. Let's step away for some crypto for a second. that. We'll go down to probably the 1 hour barely has. Yeah, there's just not enough data to even look at. Maybe on the 15-minute. Still no data. We go down to the 5-minute. Let's analyze some 5-minute, not 5 seconds. I don't use that. 5 minutes. Huh. Yeah, this is I don't know. There's just no data to even look at that. I mean, that was beyond gamble. And I don't touch IPOs. Period. Ever, 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 never, ever, 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 ever. The very first and last IPO that I messed with was Facebook, and I thought it would be huge. I got crushed. Crushed. I think I think it was $25 was their opening price. It got down to like $14 or something, and I was still relatively green and let go of it. It was just murdered. And after that, I started watching it. Every IPO that comes out, they get a big run up, usually like right after they open, and then they just dwindle down. They're too risky. There's no data, nothing to go on. It's most especially these SPACs. You can't mess with all that. So no, most of that's something I want to let it develop first. I'm not trying to be a first investor. I'm trying to base it off of legit earnings and chart work and what have you. But some people love them. Some people love them. Thank you. People's money. IPO are trash. They are a lot. It takes years, years, years. I mean, you can look at what RKT did. You look at what Coinbase did. You look at what DWAC did. I mean, you really gotta. If you don't give it time, they're garbage. But find me an IPO that like just came out the gate strong, stayed strong, and like nobody lost money. Everybody that bought in the first 2 days made money in the long run. You can't. It's just it's a fundraiser. It's about creating liquidity for the company. It's a fundraiser. That's all it is, and I don't like it. Many IPOs. Okay. Research and tracked every low flow IPO. All right. Awesome. That is that's dedication. That's a lot of effort. I don't play that. I don't do all that. That's just not my. I base everything I do on technical analysis, a proven 100-year plus strategy of people way smarter than me and anybody I know, and I stick to it. I try not to deviate too much from it because that's when I end up things don't turn out like I want them to. Let's get rid of this fib level. All right, here's Bitcoin, the corns. I know you're going to ask me about MVAX, OJ. You stay on top of that MVAX, bro. All right, we'll get on the MVAX and Amazon. I'm going to tell you, without even looking at Amazon's chart, I'll tell you everything you need to know about Amazon. Buy Amazon at any price and hold it for years. You won't be disappointed. Amazon is not, you're not getting, Amazon's already had its 80 or 90% dump. You're not going to get a devastated Amazon again. Amazon is so strong. They're in so much stuff across the country. I mean, they're in healthcare. They're in delivery. They're in internet sales. They are in groceries. They run the world. So just buy Amazon. All you got to do is just buy it. Buy it, leave it alone. But MVAX, yeah. We'll look at it in just a sec. I'll tell you what, on Bitcoin, we got to do something, y'all. We got to go ahead and we got to pop up above this 200-day moving average. This is not what I'm liking to see. I mean, it's cool. We still got I still feel like we're still good on the three rising valleys, but at some point, it's gonna need to make a move. I mean, we got some pretty awesome hidden bullish divergence going on right here. And we're not quite in the bullish control zone on the RSI. I really feel like we need to get above that, and we might can make some rips. But for now, we're still making higher lows, and so Bitcoin's going to be all right. But let's look at NVAX. NVAX, boy, about 3 cups in tonight, chilling. I would have been live a little sooner, but everybody that shares DNA with me decided to roll in the house at the same time and need my attention. So I had to stop and chit chat. Let's pull it up. I'm not going to go search for it. NVAX. Here it is on the daily. Let's zoom way out. Let's go weekly. What do we got going on? Man, RSI just dwindling. It's getting close to oversold. What can we do here with the MACD? You got a... Okay, so at best right now on the weekly, you got a low and the same low on your MACD. You got a low and a lower low. So that would be kind of a weak form like Class C bullish divergence. Not real strong. There's hopium there. Yet if you try to pull it from the RSI, you just got convergence. But on the positive side, you've got strong volume. You're losing the negative momentum slowly. You're losing it. And typically when it flips and starts going positive, you see here, you usually get a massive candle that first day or two that it turns green. You go all the way back to here. Bam. Big candle, huge candle, and then they got that big run. So the last time we hadn't had that. Last time we had anything remotely close, it was a pretty big rip. But it really and truly on this NVAX, I almost want to think that we could be in a range. Let's check it out. Let's see what we can pull up here as far as trying to have a little range to it. I think that's going to be... Let's find a spot. Probably there. Yeah, that's been it a lot. That's been the pop. We've got quite a few touches here. Yeah, so I think that's what we're looking at right there, OJ. You got this range that's trading in. We've had our little deviations outside, but what did it do? It's got sucked right back in. So if I was going to play NVAX, I mean, and this is going all the way back to, 1996. If I was going to play NVAX, I'd be waiting because it's pretty consistently got. Now, we had this one time it didn't, but every other time we've had a big run. We've corrected and touched the bottom line. I would be looking to enter in that $22 range for a bounce. That's if all the other indicators are working with us at that point. So, yeah, I would feel like it was a range that I would want to try to play. That's it. So, right now, it's just making its typical correction in this range while you're losing negative momentum. So, on the weekly, if the momentum keeps turning positive and we get a little oversold and get that bounce, you may have this situation, kind of a partial decline, and run back up, test it again. On smaller time frames, let's check it out. I mean, yeah, and that's what it's really kind of indicating here is, yeah, that's the way I'd play it right there. That's exactly how I play. Because if you look right here on the overall, you could almost chalk this up to more of like a triple bullish divergence. We just got oversold on the daily. All that momentum is waning. Prices are lower. I'll bet we'll let's clear these drawings off. We'll look at a fib level. Let's see what a fib level does for us. Yeah. All right, OJ, if you're still with us, here's my 2 cents. We saw after this last little run, we even gapped up and we showed support on that 886 there at the bottom. It's kind of looks a lot better on the daily than it does the weekly. You're losing from way back here at March of 21. We've been losing negative momentum. Sell pressure has been disappearing. Kind of that consolidation sideways moving on the longer time frames, but we're oversold, looking for a bounce. It looks like we're about to possibly test the 886 retracement on the fib levels. I would be at that point, I would say I'd be looking for it to hit about 40, 90, 41 bucks, and at minimum get a retest up to about $73.65. That's the daily. And you can see down here, every time we've kissed that oversold level, we've got a rip every time. So I'd be expecting a rip coming in sometime soon for you on the NVAX there, OJ. You're gonna be all right. I think I might have told you last time. You'll be all right. Hang in there with it. Just keep trucking. What else was we gonna look at? Amazon. Amazing is what I call them because everything they do is freaking amazing. They just keep getting better and bigger and better. Boy, I wish YouTube wouldn't like mute my videos and kick me off and stuff every time I played music. We'd be jamming right now. I got to figure out how to either pay for the music somehow or get the rights or whatever it is they do. The daily on the Amazon. I mean, if you're talking about trying to swing trade it, not phenomenal. I mean, I don't see what would keep us from. We tested there, then we tested there. One of two things on the daily. Either we break down again sometime this week, and we come down and we test about 2,500 bucks. Just find that hard to believe that we do, because right now we're really holding. Let's get rid of all these. Right now we're holding some key areas. I mean, if you want to look at the wicks, yeah. But if you go to the candle, our candle close is 28.81. It just coincides with so many other variables. Your momentum don't look great. Your RSI is in the garbage zone. But like Amazon does, when it has these consolidation structures, and then it decides to rip. Consolidation, rip, consolidation, rip. Consolidation, rip. That's what it does. Consolidation, rip. I mean, look at the life. Let's turn it. It's on the log scale too. Take log scale off, and it's a parabolic curve. But that's that tells you right there. Just buy Amazon Anywhere and get over that. Get over that. Just wait. Amazon's good to go. OJ, are you stuck in NVAX at 180 to 200 range? Please tell me you're not. You know better. Please tell me you're not. On the weekly is the only place we'll probably be able to justify that. You know, if they have some big developments, they get some approval, some FDA stuff, very possible. But I mean, I think we picked out the top of that range, OJ, is anywhere from 152 to 165. And so there's always that chance how many times that we had popped in and out of that range. Yeah, there's a chance that it gets a lot of hype behind it, some news, and it pops out of the range. 180, possibly. If they actually come out of the woodwork with something, get some FDA approvals going or some kind of craziness like that, very easily, we'll be back in that 180, 200 range. So, hope that helps. Apple's about to burst. Apple's been about to burst since they hit the scene. That's another one like Amazon. If it's down, buy it. If it's down, buy it. Don't never sleep on Apple. Ever. Ever, ever. Apple pull some crap out of the hat and blow your mind too. Once again, on the weekly. Just tell me what you've been doing for 10 years that you're worried about Apple. You're not. It's just. So what I had drawn here. Yeah, it had like an upward sloping pennant, triangle, channel. Depends on how you draw it. I had some stuff plotted here. What was that? 156. I think that was actually in my long-term trade setups or something. 156, 162. I mean, it really, really. We get rid of this. Hold on. It's more of a double topish. But Apple's so strong. I'm not gonna stress over a double top. There's always that good chance that the overall market sentiment of everything, of just our economy, could push it back down to 154. I mean, that's a stout level right there. We've got some action multiple times. Just don't see, I just don't see you going to get a breakdown because let's look at back in the past. It's not a weak trend. Now, it's never going to be. They're innovators, so. You're in it at 165, OJ? Okay, so, yeah, I'd positively hold it. I think we talked about it last time. I might have been drunk. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, from that range, 165 is going to put you up at the top of that range. I think you'll get back to even at some point. If you've got the patience to hold it, you'll probably end up seeing some advances past that. I thought we tried. What did y'all do with the NASCAR All Out guy? I don't even know who that guy is. Is he one of my people or just some random dude bust up in here to talk about some IPOs? Because right now it's just two of us. It's just two of us. And I'm not going to stream all night with just two of us. I can answer OJ's questions with a text message. And JoJo, you don't need a whole lot of my help anymore. So what else do we want to see? What else went stupid today? What is this? Ion Geophysical Corporation. What kind of garbage is this? Oh, one of those. Yep. I've been in a downtrend since I was born. I don't even want to look at it. Garbage. We can look at two of the plays that I took some put positions on earlier today. And I got out with about a 15% gain. Nothing to write home about, but a win's a win. And then I'm going to talk about Grab in a minute, probably. Yeah. We had, what's this? We can take it down to the 4 hour. There we go. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure, man. People's money at 202. Very doable. The General Mills, man, after their little plant burned down, all this food shortage BS talk, we've been in this upward sloping channel since March 23rd. So we're talking about just a couple days. They typically just don't last long before they break down. We did break out of it. Here's where here's where my puts come into play. One, I thought, yeah, we're getting close. We started to come back and test this line. As soon as we started to break down through it, I just kind of, that was one of those I just took a swing at. But now it's kind of confirming that we've broke below it. We've came back up and tested it as resistance and got rejected. What typically happens is, after that rejection, you will come back down to a level of support off that structure, which puts to go. All right. Am I reconnected? Some crazy stuff going on around here. A little bit of storms today, and then on top of that, pretty sure they're like tearing crap out. Kraft Heinz were in almost the same situation. That upward sloping channel had to drop. We're back testing it. I want to see. I want to see this right here hold its support, which I think we can easily come back down and test it. So I would love to see Kraft Heinz get back down into this 41 range. So you might could hold that for a little while. But overall, you get the double top going on again. But that's it. I mean, we'll look at Twitter since Twitter went ape shit today completely. I'm kind of done with Twitter now. Elon's got it, and I hope he does great things with it. But as far as trying to play this game, I really don't know if I want to. I might. On the daily, we're now above the 200-day moving average. That's cool. We got gaps out the wazoo, but maybe it does something. We're starting to build positive momentum. We haven't got into overbought yet. Still looks decent on the weekly, but we're also right up against this candle close low from May 10th of 21. Is it going to be substantial resistance? Don't know. When Elon Musk is involved, everything's off the table. All he's got to do is just tell everybody not to or to, and it happens. But yeah, there we go. I mean, that's the market in general today. You had a couple outliers that did some stuff, even in that big swing today. I mean, stuff just came back from not so devastated to a little devastated. You had some runners, you had some Ubers made 5-6% on the old stock market, the most manipulated market in the world. And people worry about crypto. Oh man, it's unregulated, it's manipulated. Really? Let's take a look at our dollar. You want to talk about unregulated and manipulated? I wouldn't worry about crypto. I'm worried about the dollar. The dollar is what's ruining our trading experiences. This is terrible. It just keeps ripping. 101.63. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That was forced that way. On the new day on crypto, who is ripping on the new day? Nobody. Doge is down 1.5%. Elon's down 1.5%. Sheeb's down. Oh, it's up 74% or almost a percent, 0.75%. On the new candle of the day, everything's just kind of chilling. You got Maker up a little bit. Let's look at YFI on the weekly. Yeah, I mean you've got Class C bullish divergence pretty weak. Pretty weak divergence. Let's see if it looks any better on the daily. It does. It looks a little better on the daily. You have a little of this going on here. It's losing a ton of negative momentum, so it may be time for another one of these little rips. Yeah, you got some little divergence of some sort going on there on the daily. It's already started on the 4 hour. 1 hour's losing it, but you can't take that with a grain of salt right there. So it is what it is. Anybody else? Anything else? Anybody got any crypto? Anybody got any stocks? Any questions? Dude, y'all gonna have to you're gonna have to drag some friends up in here, man. This is why I just kind of got so laxed on live streaming and just kind of. I love doing it. I would live stream every day if we were growing an audience. If we're growing an audience, it's so hard to get on here and hang out with the two people that I talk to the most in my Discord every day anyway. It's fun. Ain't nothing against you guys, but I need interaction. I need a lot of different. I need folks, man. I need folks coming in and asking questions and giving me something to challenge me. Y'all can just text me anytime you want and I answer. But y'all need to send your friends, tell them to subscribe, like, tick the little bell, all that good stuff. But okay, well, I mean, if that's all y'all two got, then it is what it is. So I don't know if it says I've been live. What is this? 6 minutes. That must be when it came back online. I'll have to look on YouTube and see. Maybe it restarted. Maybe it didn't. But all right, guys. Thanks for being here. See y'all later. Talk to y'all later. We will be back in the morning in Discord, posting up trades, trade alerts,